Okay, introduction, story time. Today I was having some issues. I find myself constantly forgetting things, and I'm always asking myself, what am I forgetting, right? And, you know, I always end up forgetting something every time that I ask myself that question. So I started to see a pattern. I blamed it, first of all, on my ADHD, which I'll start off with. I think ADHD is to some extent real, yes, but I also think that ADHD is just more of a blended characteristic with a sort of personality fused in with possibly a lack of attention, which is very prominent. Well, maybe not the personality aspect, but certainly the attention is. Now, truly, if you have ADHD or not, if you have these qualities or not, where you're extremely forgetful, I do have ADHD, and I'm 100% sure of that. Like, because it was almost to the point where they thought I was autistic as a child. I was diagnosed with Asperger's because of how bad it was. Um, However, I don't let that become an excuse, and I'm always trying to find solutions to my behaviors. I think my behaviors are really advantageous in many aspects. However, I do find myself, and this is a solution that can work for anyone, even if they don't have ADHD, forgetting things very often. And I've tried to undertake that solution using multiple approaches, but I've found something that I want to start applying because it's working somewhat effectively. Whenever you're forgetting something, don't ask. The reason why you're forgetting something is because you ask yourself, what am I forgetting? You should be asking yourself, what am I like supposed to do, right? What is important to me? And then you will find that everything else that you forget, well, great, it should have been forgotten in the first place. You should establish very well, and this is the mistake that most people make actually, and this applies for other very important factors in life, is determine what's important to you. Outline the 5 goals which are important to you in this current state. If you're forgetting something that's related to that goal, chances are it's going to be really hard to forget. If you're forgetting something that is truly, that you have already reminded yourself is truly important to you, you're not going to forget anything that's related to it for the most part, even if you have really bad ADHD. However, if you are forgetting something, then chances are it might not be as important and not related to one of the main things that you're trying to focus on in life. So if you do forget things a lot, and you are forgetting things that are important to you, it's because you're taking the approach of asking yourself, what am I forgetting? And you're not reminding yourself of what's important in the moment and what's important to you in this, reminding yourself constantly of what's important to you, what goals am I trying to pursue? And then you'll see that everything that's relative to that, once you place yourself in that mindset, will allow you to never forget anything else again. So that's at least the hypothesis that I have. Of course, take my advice with a grain of salt, but I'm trying my best right now to solve that solution, or to solve that problem for myself, because trust me, it's really bad. I've even tried medication and it still isn't as effective as possibly this right here. But yeah, as you continue to do that, as you remind yourself every single day when you wake up, when you write your goals down, what your goals are, then the rest of your day, including the first action, will fall in line with what is important to you. And therefore, once you start taking action on what's important and not doing anything that's distracting, not doing anything in between, because there's a lot of things, and I discussed this one time, there's modes of being in which we should be in. And if you're not doing something that's important to you, you're wasting time. If you're spending time on social media, it's because it's your brain, it's your body, it's your temptations, it's your instinct that is looking for that dopamine. And that's not what is important to you, is it? So the more that you eliminate that stuff, especially starting the day right off, the more you can just get right into the flow state and doing the things that you have already identified. And really, really, before you identify, guys, one of these things that are important, please make sure that it truly is important and truly resonates with you, that you truly have the reason why you want to continue to do that. And then take action on it right away, starting the day, and then everything will just become a continuous flow state throughout your day, and then you will not forget anything. You will not forget anything that is important, at least. And,